How are you supposed to make a harness for one wing when she doesn't wear much that you can hide it under? This was my main concern when making Angela. My first task was to make the wing as light as possible, so I used the end of a fishing rod and some PVC pipe to make a strong frame. It weighed next to nothing. I then made a harness that sat underneath the bust and over the shoulder, which held it really sturdy. Next I cut out the patterns to make the blade-like feathers. This I used a high-density EVA foam. This means that I could use one layer and it'd still be really sturdy. I used the same material to make the details that are sitting on top of the wing as well. To add the engraving detail, I drew on with chalk where I needed these and scored it with a knife. I then used a heat gun to open them up a little bit more. Once all the pieces were cut and detailed, I ended up putting them all down so I could have a good look of where they needed to go. I glued the top part of the feathers down and then flipped it over so I could do the same on the other side. I then finished off the frame by adding the main blades along the top of the wing and then added the detail parts over the top of that. Because the middle sections were a little bit smaller, this gave me enough room to be able to glue the blades in underneath, which I'll show you in a second. Once these top details were added on, I was able to secure the feathers of the actual wing. I added hot glue on the detail parts that overlapped as well as on the PVC pipe underneath. Now we finally get to do a full test run, which it sat perfectly and it moved really well. Move on to painting with 3 layers of Plasti Dip and then a nice layer of gold on top. Now this did get uncomfortable after a while, so I wouldn't advise you wearing it all day, but oh my gosh, it looks so good all together.